I was listening to a couple guys talk last night. I think it was the Joe Rogan podcast about China and how they are using their social media. This is Jake Blue, by the way. I'm in Panama City, Florida today. This day marks of January 19th is this day, and it marks almost exactly 5.5 months since I left northern Idaho and decided to start traveling across the country, living in my car, trying to find the next place I wanted to live. So I'm out here today, and I've been thinking a lot about this interview I was listening to about China using their social media for achievement. See, they have a version of TikTok over there. Just to give you a little context, they have a version of TikTok over there that turns off at 10 p.m. and opens at 6 a.m. every night. And instead of being dancing videos and pretty girls and all this stuff, it actually encourages achievement. When somebody swipes through a video, it pushes them to science projects, it pushes them to feats of strength, it pushes them to athletic activities, smart kids, all this sort of stuff. That's what's encouraged over in China right now. Kind of freaky because of how much it's all regulated and how little China values free thinking. I ultimately think that's one of the most important things, is to raise kids that have the ability to think freely. But I've been thinking a lot about my own habits after listening to that last night. So I went through my phone and I checked a lot of the stats on there, and I noticed that one of my averages, I've averaged about 7 hours of screen on time a day with my phone since I left about 5.5 months ago. Now, immediately, I thought I was about to, I thought I'd be turned into a cyborg, but what I was looking at, what I was realizing is that a lot of that screen time on is when I have Google Maps on, and I have the phone up on this little magnet thing on my dash, and I'm navigating around, so the screen's on for hours and hours as I drive, and I try to find new places, and I look at maps, and then everything on social media, on YouTube, on when I'm watching Netflix or Disney Plus at night, all that stuff is additions onto whatever that original time is. So it's hard to tell how much time I actually spend on the phone per day. But I know my screen is on like 7-8 hours a day, which is kind of crazy given how removed I feel from modern American life. No home, no shower, no bathroom, no a lot of this normal stuff that most people have in America. And I don't have any of that, yet I'm still kind of plugged into the Matrix, dude. It's wild to think about. And you start to think, what kind of effect does that have on your psyche? Like just listening to this YouTube video, this little adventure audio right now. After this video ends, YouTube's probably going to suggest another video. And after you watch that video, it'll suggest another video. There'll be ads that pop up through different videos that you watch. It's kind of fascinating, dude, how much the algorithm just wants to keep us online. So I've been implementing a little bit more away from phone time. I did one over Christmas, and it was hard. I was really surprised how hard it was to stay away from my phone, because I work off my phone too, right? I stay in contact with my clients and I do all this copywriting stuff. So whenever I'm away from it, it's really easy to start justifying, oh man, well, I should really check in with Aaron, or dang man, you know what, I should send a DM to Amber, or all this sort of stuff that it just gets me back on the phone. And then as soon as I send that DM, I don't just turn my phone off and walk away. I end up going deeper and getting sucked in again. So implementing these few days where I'm phoneless for longer periods of time, especially in the morning. That's the most important time, I think, for me. Where you're forcing yourself to be phoneless. And it could be like last night I watched Wolverine Origins, which is a fantastic movie, by the way. I loved it. I don't really care about the last part, but where Logan gets turned into adamantium, Wolverine is like my favorite scene in virtually any movie. I love it so much. When he comes out with the metal claws, dude, it's sick. So I watched that last night and watched it right down until my phone died. So when I woke up this morning, my phone wasn't there. So I don't know what impacts these are going to have, but my goal is to force myself to take in a little bit more of the world instead of always looking for the next dopamine hit, is finding more pleasure in delayed gratification, by experiencing the world firsthand instead of watching YouTube videos of lions hunting impala or lions hunting zebra. Lions don't hunt a lot of impala, I don't think, in Africa, you know? So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to be filming a lot of videos today. I have a lot of fun stuff coming. The YouTube video for this month is almost out, and I've just put so much time into it, these YouTube videos. I'm learning how to work on them a little bit better. So that's going to do it for this adventure audio. If you haven't experimented with trying a little bit of time away from your phone, just forcing yourself to turn it off until X time each morning, or having a cutoff time every night where 5 p.m. I can't be on my phone anymore, I'm going to be trying all these things, and I don't know how effective they're going to be, but just this morning of not having my phone feels so peaceful. Like, just driving around and not knowing exactly where I'm going, not having a map to lead me to the next town. It's freeing, for sure. All right, get out there, stay wild, be free, and fight for what you want, man. Peace.